Hello, beautiful patriots.
Hello, patriots, nons, digital soldiers, proud deplorables, and chumps for Trump.
This is Carrie.
This is Joel.
And we are the Quiet Boys.
Of truth.
And we are live today with Mr. and Mrs. Beer at the Parade, aka Scott and Patty, for a Q&A session, right? Is that what we're doing today, guys?
Yes.
Or Joel?
Oh,
I'm
hoping
where's
so.
Scott and Patty?
We can't start the video without your permission, so you have to do
Well,
something.
then you got to start
guys.
that video.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Very good.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. So it looks like we already have 7 people waiting to call in. That's awesome.
But first off, how the heck have you guys been? It's been a minute since we've seen you.
Yeah.
You know what? We're doing great. And in deference to the 7 people who want to have a chat with us, let them in.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
do
This
this.
isn't like Black Friday morning where we make people wait outside. I mean, whoever wants to have a chat, let's have a chat.
Let's get them in. All right. Let's get some questions going.
All right. So we've got Apollo.
That name looks vaguely familiar to me.
Can you hear us, Apollo?
Hello, hello.
Oh,
Nope.
we just lost.
All right, let's get another one in. We need some questions. Let's do this. Let's have a convo. This will be great.
Gosh, we got to work on your inclusiveness skills.
What
Someone
happened
tells
there?
me
What happened to
wants to have a
Apollo?
chat.
We're still new to all of this.
That's okay. This is how we learn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna try again.
All right.
So Apollo, sorry about that. We don't know what happened, but you.
But if you can, call back in.
You know what? Can you let more than one person in at once, and then whoever wants to ask a question?
Let's do this. Oh, hold on a second. Boom.
Oh, release
about
the
that?
hounds. Look at that.
Let's get everybody in here.
Let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Can anyone hear us?
This is sick.
Oh, who we got here?
This is amazing.
What's up, guys?
Hi, guys.
This is, oh my God.
How's everybody doing out there?
Pretty
Awesome.
good. Pretty good. Eating leftovers.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. We have, I'm in Indiana, so luckily my entire wife's family is conservative, so that was easy. We talked about politics the entire dinner, so.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
We did.
It really does.
You guys were the one peaceful Thanksgiving dinner table in the entire country,
Yeah. Yep.
except that one down in Mar-a-Lago. Other than that, you guys.
That's awesome.
Does anybody have a question or a story they want to share with us?
Yeah, fire away.
All right. So
Crickets.
Not everybody all at once, though.
Come on, guys.
I have a question. You guys remember running the race on Twitter? They have a new account called Winning the Race. But me and her, I know a lot of Anons differ on this subject, but I would love to hear what you guys think, because there's so many anomalies with Pence and the Flynn firing and that one plane that was recalled that one time to DC. How do you guys feel about Pence?
Well, wait a minute. Are you talking about the plane that had Pelosi and I think Schumer and all their families on it, and they made it all the way to the runway, and Trump called the thing back?
No. I'm talking about
letters on Air Force 2.
December 2000.
Oh, the one going to New Hampshire with Pence on it.
Yes. And remember,
the one,
President said that we were supposed to find out 2 weeks later, and we never did.
Joel, can I have this one?
Take it away, man.
Really?
Okay, so I've been looking at Mr. Pence side-eyed now for years, But I will say this, I still firmly believe that everybody in this country is innocent until proven guilty. And I'm standing by that with Mr. Pence. If he's done anything that he should be punished for or whatnot, I hope he's found guilty and I hope he's punished. If he's done nothing that he either has to feel guilty of or be punished for, I hope he just continues to be a free man, free of judgment. So I don't judge anybody until somebody shows me source, sauce, or evidence that somebody has actually committed a crime. And that's just my 2 cents. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
But we were just talking about that, weren't we, Patty?
We were just talking about that. I swear to God, you guys.
About the possibility of something going on with Pence. There is no proof.
So
there's
Carrie,
no evidence.
What have you heard, Carrie? I want to know what's your take
not
on?
A whole lot. I've heard a lot of what I would just classify as gossip, rumor type things about, his involvement with nefarious activities. Nothing definite at all. There's the fact that his wife did get the letter, like you were saying.
Right.
Hey, Joel, can you DM me whatever link for this show? People.
Oh, absolutely. Give me just a second here, brother.
I'll push it out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then also that someone just said that.
Hey,
what did they just say about
Maga just got on. How are you guys?
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. So I come from the Hoosier state. So Pence was my governor. And the one thing I will say is that Karen Pence did get the letter, but also she's been photographed with some charity artwork that has had pedophilia swirls and different symbols in it. And the one thing that really strikes brings attention to me is that Pence has some very interesting connections. Nothing, again, that's like 100% solid, but definitely nefarious. I don't really trust him. So I think we're going to find out a lot about Pence in the coming months. I think this is definitely a game of 5D chess that we're playing to keep him close and not draw a lot of suspicion. But in the end, I do think he's deep state.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, honey, I so agree with you because remember that saying, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Yeah.
Right? And now look, again, my husband, he says, there's no sauce, but I've heard so many things that he was involved in child sex.
So if 50 people started a rumor that I was guilty of something I never did, that'd be good enough for you guys to put out on the internet that I was guilty of something I never did, just because 30 or 40 people got together and said, Beer at the Parade did this, even though I had nothing to do with it.
But my argument against that is, how do you get to high places unless you're involved in this garbage, guys?
Also not true.
Oh,
how did Trump get to his high places?
Well, because he was chosen, man. He wasn't part of the deep state. See, he and I, we agree on most things.
Well, she argues emotionally. I argue logically.
Well, I think we're just discussing the possibility.
Right, but
this is just a possibility. We're not saying that it's definite.
You know what? If my whole reputation and my real business was about possibilities or things I may or may not have done, I've been in business for myself for 30 years. My name is all I have in my life. And if only 20 or 30 people got together and got online and decided to besmirch my name, I'd have been done.
Mm-hmm.
My company
Fair
name,
point.
Well, definitely valid point. I see what you're saying.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fair
Yet
point.
I did nothing wrong. It's just a few people got together and decided to take me down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Mr. Pence has done anything right or wrong. All I'm saying is show me the proof. Then you'll have an advocate one way or the other. Until then, I'm not judging him. And I'm sure as hell I'm not going to be his jury. No way.
Right. Yeah. I get that.
I really like him. I don't want it to be anything to be true about him.
By the way, he's really not a likable guy. If ever I met somebody who's like an android, it's Mike Pence. That guy has no emotion. He's like.
So do you guys ever remember seeing video on YouTube of this guy? He started out looking very healthy, and he always talked about Mike Pence being involved with molestation of children. And over like a couple of years, he just started getting really sick, and he eventually died.
You're talking about, I know exactly who you're talking about, and that's why I'm trying to think of his name, man. It just escapes. It escapes.
Yeah, I can't. His name escapes me also, but I watched his videos all the time, and he was pretty believable to me.
Yes, very much so. And right before he died, he screamed into the camera, "Get Mike Pence and Karen. They're evil." And
He sure did.
yes, I can't think of his name, but he was interviewed all the time by Alexandra. God, I can't think of it. Anyway,
Occasional Cortez.
No. But no, I know exactly what you're talking about, sweetie.
But didn't he start out looking very healthy, and you watched him deteriorate over like a short period of time?
Yes.
So how is that like video evidence or DNA evidence of
Because
somebody committing a crime?
He was a sex slave for the government, like Kathy O'Brien was. His name was something Smith. It began with
Is that Timothy Hegsmith?
No, but that's another guy that is in on this stuff, and he knew about it. I know who you're talking about.
I know everybody on this call is really emotionally hijacked about something, and I get that.
No, but
I'm not downplaying that. All I'm saying is
It wasn't Cappy. You guys aren't talking about Cappy, right? Someone in the chat said that, but no, he never said anything about Pence. Right? He talked a lot about Tom Hanks.
Everybody's walking around with 3 video cameras on their smartphones. And DNA evidence is now everywhere.
Tory.
So
his name was Tory.
Okay, someone in the chat said Tory Smith.
So there you go. So if his name's Tory, it must be true.
No, but he was a sex slave for the government, and I mean, there is such a thing. Those people do exist.
Show me the evidence. That's all I'm asking.
He was trying.
I spend my whole day online with people that all we look for is source. And why we're trying to do this is to discredit the entire mainstream media who says shit like, here's a half-baked theory, and then they throw it out there as a truth. We spend our entire lives discrediting that crap, and I'm doing it right now. If somebody shows me one shred of proof on Mike Pence, I'll be all in. Until then, stop.
You know, see, there was a really good thread that Dano did, I don't know, a day or two ago, about trusting yourself, looking at the information for yourself, learning how to use the tools that are given to you to dig, and not go on hearsay of other people. And you know, it was a really good thread. You know, I mean, it was kind of like a verbal spanking in a way, tough love, but it was like, you know, it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. You know, critical thinking is a skill we have to use.
If Pence is totally innocent, why did he get a letter?
His wife, yes.
How do you know what was in it?
Because only 5 people got it.
So what? How do you know it was in any of them?
Well,
Q said it was his response.
Yeah. Q said, okay, so why was Jimmy Carter so sad that he was looking over? He didn't get one. He missed his.
He should have got one.
Hey guys, this is. Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, please.
Of course.
Yes, absolutely.
This is Ashley. It's good to hear your voices. Oh my gosh.
Hello, Ashley. Welcome.
Ashley.
Hey guys. Hey from Colorado.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Almost our
Ashley.
neighbor.
Yeah, where are you?
We're from Idaho.
Woohoo! Nice. I know. I love Idaho.
And by
Gotta
the way,
get out of Colony, Colorado.
that was Heels Up Harris's slogan was Idaho.
Never heard that before.
That's awesome.
But it's
hey,
true.
Merrick, I don't know if you guys follow Merrick, Mareq, but he put something out a couple hours ago that had about $129,000 towards the Pence campaign from Hunter Biden's lawyers.
Oh, geez.
So I've got, are you guys on Zoom right
26
now?
installments.
Are you guys on Zoom?
Yeah, I did see that.
I don't even know what I called in on.
Yeah, we're on Zoom right now.
Beer, you want me to send this on Twitter?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna
message you really quick with this link.
Excuse me.
All right.
Here's one thing that Merrick said, and it was, is there a legit reason why the Pence campaign would take $129,000 from Hunter Biden's lawyers? And these are from Anon's online. And then Biden's lawyers were in the top 20 donors to Pence.
Yep.
So one of the reasons why, I mean, again, I come from the Hoosier State. We are a big hub for human trafficking, sex trafficking. We're called the Circle City. We're very close to Chicago, a lot of port cities. So it makes sense. We had a lot of issues with sex trafficking and sex crimes while Pence was in office. There was also the Indiana Attorney General, who was Greg Zoller at the time, who was under a lot of scrutiny and scandals in terms of child sex crime / rape. And so he kind of got off with the Indiana State Police, and with Pence, nothing was ever done to hold this guy accountable. So again, something like that from, you know, a local news standpoint, like I used to work in the news here for a long time. I've actually been with Pence and his daughter, Nicole Pence, who worked at my news station for a while. So I've been around him. I've been around his wife for charity events. There's a vibe. There are certain people that they're affiliated with that kind of raises the hair on the back of my neck. So again, you know, it's not, I think some of us really do look for, you know, hard evidence. We look for Q proofs. We look for anything that we can find to really kind of hone in on these people, like we did with Tom Hanks or with Chrissy Teigen, or, you know, some of these people are a lot easier to. Pence is very mysterious, and it makes me wonder if there's a reason for that, if this is somewhat of a smoke and mirrors type of thing instead of, you know, just wanting to be out there blatantly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He's got a
100%.
lot of he's got a lot of interesting connections, and that Air Force 2 call letter switch only happens when treason is involved. And I've seen a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding his involvement with Paul Ryan. So I don't know.
The Paul Ryan thing was debunked. This is Ashley, right?
No, this is Danielle. But I've heard
Danielle,
there's a lot of things.
I'm tracking with everything you're saying right up until the Paul Ryan thing, which was debunked. And I will also say this, because one thing I like about me, I'll debate myself all the way to the end. I argue everything, both sides.
It's true. He'll do it. I've seen him.
No. To me, the world is like, here, I'll grab something like a cube. I will grab this thing and I'll study it that angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. I study all of it. And it's the same thing with somebody like Mike Pence. And if you think about Q saying the first few unsealings will shock the world, and then another one said unite the country. If you think about somebody like Trump having the temerity and the balls to take down his own vice president, that blows open the whole left-right, red-blue dichotomy. That means
Right.
He wanted to take down the whole swamp.
So here's something that we've also theorized, you know, so I'm in a big DM group with a lot of people on Twitter. This is Danielle Maga, by the way. So if you guys don't follow me, please hit me up on Twitter. I love you guys so much. But so one thing that we've theorized before is who would be somebody that would be a huge, you know, explosion for this massive arrest. Obviously, people want to see Obama and Hillary, but what about a GOP plot twist? What about somebody like George Bush or Osama bin Laden if he was alive? Like, there's a lot of things that we've kicked around based on Q proofs, the Hello George, you know, some of the most recent proofs that we've gotten in regards to 9/11 and potentially some things happening with that. So it's very interesting to see where this is going to go, and I don't think we're going to have to wait too long to find out.
I hope you're right.
Wouldn't Hello George Floyd be a lot of fun?
That would be
that would
fun.
be
We've
something
talked
I'd
about
love
that
to
this summer,
see.
too.
That would be
There goes all of mainstream media.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And the Black Lives Matter.
Your whole 2020 narrative just explodes with that. Everything that was around BLM and Act Blue.
Exactly.
Los, steig mal nicht jetzt.
What was that?
Oh, ich dachte gerade, oh mein Gott, ich dachte, jemand kommt rein gerade. Oh, ich dachte, voila, der Vater kommt rein, weil das ist laut.
Whoa.
Alter, alles.
Hello, XX. Hello, XXYB. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Hello.
Hello. Mirhaba, nasılsın? How many languages do you speak?
Yeah. German. German.
I'm so sorry.
German.
Hello.
Hello, boys. Yeah, and hello.
Welkom. Welkom.
Terrorists. Yeah, my name is Chico, and yeah, I'm here because I love America, you know, and I want to ask. Come on, I don't like Biden. Biden is not good. Okay, I like Trump, and this is not good. What happens in America? It's not good that Biden is winning. You know, it's not good. What all of this shit? Yeah, and
I don't like to paint with a wide paintbrush, but you don't look German.
What? I am a German, but my
Turkey?
my parents
Turkey?
Turkish. Yeah, Turkish.
Merhaba, nasılsın?
Nasılsın Buğra'yım? Seni seviyorum.
Beer, you just made their day, man.
What was that?
Yeah, my friend is telephoning with girls, you know, girlfriend and this and yeah.
İki tane bira lütfen.
Bira. Bu da çok paymış, çok paymış.
Two bira a day.
Yeah. Come on, no, my problem is this corona, you know? Why is corona? What is corona? I cannot go out. I must chill in the home. It's dinner. Shit, you know? Corona is shit. And Biden is too, you know?
Would you say Scheisen? Corona is Scheisen?
Corona is Scheisen, yeah.
There you go. Yep.
Corona is shit.
By the way, I'm glad this is recorded. I just spoke Turkish and German like a 1 minute time period.
Hey, let's record, man.
Yeah. Nice, yo. Where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Akron, Ohio, the capital of
Oh,
Turkish
nice.
and
Ohio.
German-speaking people in the world.
There it is. Figured it out.
But just so you guys know, when I was a young man, I spent 4 years in Army intelligence, and I spent a year in Sinop, Turkey, and I flew in and out of Istanbul and Incirlik, and I also picked up a little bit of German while I was there as well. So I have friends all over the world.
See, that's always awesome. I love it.
That's awesome, Beer.
One time when I was walking through the Istanbul airport, a few German friends were sitting there and they looked at me, and because I had blonde hair, they assumed I was German. They looked over and they said, "Sprechen Sie Deutsch?" And I walked by and I looked over, I went 9 and just kept right on walking.
I love it.
So do our friends from Germany have any questions about our election or Q or Trump that we could answer?
Yeah, can you bro have your questions? We have some questions.
No.
Trump also. I ask you have questions. Yeah. Do you think this is fake? Yes. Corona. No, Corona. Trump and Biden. This is fake. You know what? The election. Yeah. What do you say about the election? Is this fake or maybe it's yeah? What do you say about the election? Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Mrs. Beer.
Josh, do you want to handle this, or would you like for me to jump in?
With okay, so are you asking about the election and the corona going on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I think, and this is me, everybody's got to come to their own conclusions.
Yeah.
Okay, coronavirus, probably a real thing, but I don't think it's as bad as they say it is, because I personally had it, and I've had flus that were way worse than that. It was like It was like a baby cold, is what it was like.
Yep.
It was a baby cold, lasted about 4 days, and the worst part of it was probably losing my sense of taste for about 2 days.
That's wild. My wife said the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, definitely, I think they're keeping it going because of the election. That's what they're doing. I mean, that's the way I see it, because we've been asked, is this about the virus or the election?
Well, it was the way for them to advocate for mail-in voting. And I mean, look at all of the election fraud that we know about that has taken place. And, you know, Corona was a huge part of that. So,
yeah.
But for my friends in Germany, my answer to this would be, we are watching the greatest takedown of the deep state in a way that's very similar to how Elliot Ness took down Al Capone. And even though Al Capone committed murders, they got him on tax evasion, which is not sexy. It's not glamorous, but you can't get out of it.
Yeah.
And what we're watching is a very systematic takedown of almost all of the deep state by using voter fraud, which is inescapable. These people are not going to be able to get out of what's coming down on them because we tracked all of it. And quite frankly, it might come down to the computer system, the servers that are the United States Army went into Frankfurt, Germany and seized.
Yep, Dominion.
And all of the evidence of those votes being flipped electronically might be on the Frankfurt, Germany servers. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, true. It's true. Yeah.
Yep.
So where do you guys think Barr is?
Go ahead.
Where do you think Barr is?
Controlled
Hmm.
completely.
Silence is golden. I think Q posted that once before, so you know work's being done. If you just look at the Department of Justice webpage, you can see that they're getting work done. Not only that, Ezra Cohen Watnick tweeted out the other day on the 21st something about the 75th anniversary of the Nuremberg military tribunals. And that was a retweet of the Department of Justice. So Department of Justice tweeted out military tribunals, Nuremberg anniversary, and Ezra Koa Watnick, who's our new acting assistant secretary of defense for special operations. He tweeted that out. So I think military tribunals is coming. I just don't know when, whether it's going to come December, January.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
How do you guys feel?
Go ahead.
Oh, thanks, Beer. Hey, it's Patriot Politics Research on Twitter. How do you guys feel about the Christmas being the Friday when we get that special tweet from POTUS? Because it's a Friday, and if you try to minimize like riots when people are home on a really special holiday like Christmas, I think it'd be probably minimize the riots. Everyone's at home. It's a Friday. We get that tweet, and all of a sudden, telecommunications go out, so the world doesn't know what's happening. I want to hear what you guys think.
Well,
you mean about it coming that day?
Yeah, Friday the Friday the 25th of December of us receiving my fellow Americans. The storm is upon us.
Yeah, I can see that. We're in a very short window.
Yeah.
I certainly hope it doesn't come down to that, because they just robbed us of our family Thanksgiving. And if they're going to do that on the day of Christmas, that means we're also separated. Nobody traveled. Nobody went and saw their loved ones. That would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were told this wouldn't be, that some parts would be hard.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, I think it's an important thing to differentiate the important message on a Friday versus the storm is upon us tweet. So those are two different entities. So, you know, post 44 is before POTUS departs on a Friday, he'll be sending an important message via Twitter, God bless. The other one is look to Twitter for exactly this. My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. What I find very intriguing about that is it never says that Trump is going to be the one to tweet it. Notice it only says look to Twitter for exactly this. So it could come from Scavino. It could come from Flynn. You just don't know.
that's a great point. Thank you.
Good point.
Yeah, that is something.
True.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Nice catch.
Yep.
This is why I love the hive mind. Somebody catches something we all miss.
That's true. That is so true. And what's so exciting is like I my wife, she's on board now, but she used to think I was batshit crazy, and like to be a part of this with all of you is like, it's mind blowing. Like I saw someone tweet out the other day that, you know, like years in the future, they plan on laying down like on a hill, looking up into the sky and just thinking like how wonderful it was connecting with complete strangers and then having such a connection with them and to fight in the second revolution for our freedom and the future generations. Like it's absolutely mind blowing. And I just want to say thank you for each and every one of you for everything that all of us do. So, I mean,
it's all of us.
amazing.
It's all of us. And that's the beauty of it, you know? So thank you as well. God bless you, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, that's what makes this movement so powerful. I mean, everything about this movement is unity and love and research and digging and standing up for our rights and for ourselves. I mean, I honestly, I've always kind of suspected things were off, but then I was red pilled back in March when COVID was happening. I was like, none of this makes sense. I work in the hospitals. None of this makes sense. So I saw Out of the Shadows. I saw Follow Cabal. And then I started watching, like, what was it, like Pedogate or whatever, the ones on YouTube, about how they use the internet. And all of these things started to click. And I was like, we've lived basically in like a version of the Truman Show. It's actually kind of really messed up. But we have this version of reality that we're all given, you know, and I've watched over the year my grandparents who are in that generation of Walter Cronkite, like listening to the news. They know everything. They tell us everything. And they're just soaking this in and they're terrified. I mean, you know, I had my second child in March and they've still not, one of my grandmas still hasn't even met him. So, and he's 8.5 months old. So it's just amazing to watch how every person has a different story, but this year alone has woken up millions and millions. I mean, this movement is so far beyond our comprehension in terms of how large it really is. And we help each other, you know, on Twitter in terms of research and fact and sending articles and sharing, and a lot of the threads that a lot of our friends, you know, and myself put out, you know, that are really important in terms of just showing everybody, look, there's a lot more to this picture. Let's dig a little deeper. Let's not take things for surface. Let's actually like do as much research as we can. And it's amazing what we've been able to put out. And I mean, when we say we are the news, that is no joke. We are literally the news right now.
Right.
Like, and it's amazing to watch how we change. We can make stuff trend, just like last night. It was unbelievable.
Just
Like
like
the
that.
power we have should not be underestimated.
Absolutely.
I call us the new fourth estate.
Yeah, and they have
Congrats
been
on the baby.
underestimating us, right, guys? For years.
Until now is our time, guys, man. And my husband keeps saying that we are now the news. And I love that story, by the way, that somebody just shared about his wife, you know, not quite being awake, because for years I went down the rabbit hole, and poor Scott, he thought I was nuts until
you guys stopped talking like freaking idiots.
No, but I mean, he worked himself up, and it was very difficult for him.
No, I would overhear my wife and her friends talk about, hey, George Herbert Walker Bush eats babies. And I'm like, seriously, this is what you guys talk about? What do they like? Have like a ladle or a spoon or?
I mean,
Gosh.
we dove down the rabbit hole many years ago. And I know, of course, Scott, he was like, oh, you people are nuts, man.
Good God. They were like red pilling morons. I mean, there was no logic, no source, nothing. And they would just talk about these people eat babies. So I shared this graph that you guys are looking at with my buddy Joel. And I said, look at the freaking team these guys have put into place.
Yep.
Holy crappy crappy.
Yeah, look at that.
Holy crap. Wasn't it Anthony Tata who was like tweeting out 2 years ago how much he hated Obama?
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
This is the dream team, guys.
Yeah.
Sidney Powell, Lynn Wood,
Oh.
Rudy Giuliani. Are you kidding me? We've got the best. Jay Sekulow. We got the best of the best kids. We
Oh,
did.
yeah.
We
Yep.
did.
Can we just talk about the level of comms that have been on Twitter in the last week? It's unbelievable.
The level of
Yeah, like communications between Dan Scavino, the president, the FLOTUS, everybody that's kind of surrounded General Flynn. The level of comms that have come out. I mean, and I think there's a couple really good accounts. Like Merrick does a great job. Kim Renner does a great job. Cowboy does a great job at doing those things and kind of linking those together. Red Pill Dealer, some people have some interesting thoughts on her, but she does a great job too. And really kind of linking these times, timestamps, verbiage, certain clues that we have in tweets that are sent out back to Q posts, which have been really interesting. And this week, the comms have just been unbelievable. Everything that's been coming out has just been incredible. And it just kind of alludes to the fact that we're getting a little bit closer every single day to being at basically the pinnacle of, how I see it, the pinnacle of this fight. Truly, I feel like we're there.
let's hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Who
It's been a long few years.
who is our friend?
All the pieces are coming into place.
So who is our friend with the brunette with the red shirt that goes by Scout?
It's Ashley.
Okay.
Ashley Tinsley.
Pretty
So,
girl.
no, I just sent you a DM. I was wondering if that was you. So now
I'm under my daughter's account. Her name is Scout, and I don't know how that keeps happening, but good to see you guys.
No
This
worries.
is
No worries.
amazing. Look at your faces.
Look at your face.
It's amazing. God, I could cry.
I look old enough to have a daughter. You look like you're like 20 years old. For
Oh
God's sake.
Jesus, aren't you nice? I have 2 teenagers,
Wait, that's
and I got started late.
are you serious? Oh, you look so freaking. You look like you're 20 years old.
You do look very young.
I love you because I don't feel young.
she's got her wine goggles on. She thinks I'm 28. By the way, I think there's a get some tonight. So bye. Check please. Check please.
With that, let's end the show. No.
But it's nice that you guys have each other. It's so nice that you guys have each other. I mean, I'm still in liberal hell. That's where I came from. So I apologize to all of you. But I woke up. But I mean, my entire family voted for Biden, including my husband. And it's pretty lonely in here. I mean, so if it weren't for my Twitter family, I mean, I just don't know how I would have gotten through this, honestly.
Ashley, may I give back to you? I'm not kidding. I'm going to talk about what the Great Awakening actually is. The Great Awakening and what's coming is the reunification of all of us, not just Americans. The world we're going to reunite because of an understanding that we have been duped our entire lives. And this will never, and it will do away with the whole left, right, white, black, rich, poor, Ohio State,
The
Michigan,
divisions.
all the divisions
Yes.
gone. Oh, by the way, I can say from whence I came, I'm wearing an Ohio State shirt, which I don't really care about, and I really don't. What's going to happen is an understanding of an awakening that we were duped, but we're all energy, and we are all one. And just as every drop of water that falls from the sky seeks the ocean, we have all been built to seek God for whatever that is for us. No judgment, no religion. We were all destined to go find not only God, but the energy, but each other. We were all built to be together. And when, it'll be so simple when we realized that we have all been faked and duped to be separate from one another. We were never built to do that, ever. So
No, but they did a great job, didn't they?
yes, they did.
They sure
And
did.
they used everything. And the best example I can give would be, if you don't think this isn't one giant manipulation, do you guys remember like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, who was on the cover of every fashion magazine in every department or every grocery store? Michelle Obama.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was going to say
Yeah.
Big Mike.
Yep.
Smoking hot.
Big Mike.
Big
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Big Mike.
Exactly.
And who has never made it on one magazine cover?
Melania.
Because she's like a dog.
Right.
Like 6 foot.
Beautiful.
She's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll
Everything.
believe that when I can eat a pine cone whole. Just the smearing that has gone on, I mean, it's so obvious when you're thinking critically, you're like, what are they doing? What are they doing? This is insane.
Exactly. Oh my God.
The socially engineered agendas that they put in place have been super effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you guys realize what has happened in 3 short years? We all got together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
and she'll tell you 3 years ago, I didn't even care about politics.
He didn't.
Wow.
Me either.
0.
Yeah, he didn't at all.
November 2nd, it's been now 3 years and 4 weeks. I stumbled across this Q thing, and I mean, I was all in, but before that, I couldn't give a crap less about anything politically related because I couldn't make a difference. And I'm going to shut up because there's other people on the call who haven't talked yet. So I'm going to let them talk.
Anyone?
Can I just say, Mrs. Beer, can I just say though that once he discovered Q, and then again, I had been down this rabbit hole for many, many years, like right after 9/11. He used to think I was nuts.
Yeah, because you said Bush ate babies.
I know, but he did. But no, but you guys, I cannot tell you how strong our marriage, and we've been married for what, 27 years.
3 of them were good.
No, but I cannot tell you how our relationship just blossomed once he kind of came onto my train, going down the tracks, and we're traveling together now.
And you allowed me to see other women.
No, but I mean, once we were on board with this on the same track, basically, our marriage has become very strong. I mean, because now we can communicate and we get each other, and we like my office is right next door to his, right? So
with steel bars in between.
No, but I'll come in and I'll go, oh my God, did you just see what Gateway Pundit or quite frankly did? This is what, and then and then he'll share with me the Q stuff. So it's like back and forth all day long. Did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see? I mean, it's amazing.
And Q never once dropped anything about presidents eating babies. So
of course he would.
This is true.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys know the Satanists, man. That's what the hell they do. Adrenochrome, we all know what the hell that is, unfortunately.
all right, well, we have new callers, so let's somebody else talk.
I want them to
Do we have any baby eating
God.
theorists who want to jump in on this call? And if not, we'll take everybody else.
Sorry.
It wouldn't surprise me though.
Jeez.
I couldn't have teed that up any better if I had to.
The door was wide open, man. Oh goodness. So let's what do you guys think about Dominion? Oh, and better yet, well, what's his name? Eric Coomer?
Well, I'm from Georgia. This is Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey,
Kelly.
I feel like I know y'all now. I really feel like I know y'all because I see your faces. I'm like a Twitter stalker.
Awesome.
I'll turn my video on too.
Yay.
Well, let me see if I can figure that out. I just wanted to talk about voting in Georgia because I've done it. I've been here forever. And it was really weird because we had those systems for the 2016 election. And we voted, and then we went to the midterms and voted, and it was the same as 2016. But then when I went this time to vote, I had to fill out absentee ballot, and I had to vote, and then I had to print a ballot, which I didn't even look at it. I could just kick myself for not doing that. And then it was scanned into a scanner. You know, fortunately for me, where I live, I think that, you know, I'm okay, but you never know. You know, we're mostly Republican in our county. But it was a little, I just felt like the whole thing was just kind of shady compared to what I've been voting for in the past, you know, and
Right.
the
So
way
the
we
whole
did it.
process was completely different than it's been.
Totally different. I mean, and I've been voting, I've always voted as long as I've been old enough to vote.
Mm-hmm.
I studied politics in college. I mean, you know, I'm so much more awake now, even being in politics, you know, and studying it. It's just amazing to me how much of a person I've grown just since Donald Trump's been in, you know. He's just amazing. I was voting for him before he was ever even, you know, selected. I was like, this man is going to be president, and I want him to be president. He is going to make the difference. You know, I just had that passion about it. But we've got a shit show down here in Georgia. And
yeah.
The parade, I just sent you a message. Well, I copied you on one of Lynn's tweets about getting people to sign a something for the voting. So if you could send that out, I mean, I've tried to send it out to everybody that I know in Georgia. We just need to get those signatures and whatever he needs to do from a legal standpoint, and you know, get it done down here because they're trying to bring those Hollywood people over here, and that is this is a red state. I went to Rome, Georgia for Trump's rally right before the election, that Sunday before. 60,000 people, wall to wall, no mask, and I'll have you know, I did not get the Rona.
Yeah.
And I tell
Congratulations.
I tell everybody that shit. And I get so, I mean, I go into stores every day, you know, for my job that I do part-time, and all these people wearing these masks. I call them the Walking Dead. And I just about want to get in a fist fight with them going, oh my God, you people are so stupid. Stop it.
Well, if you've sent it to me, and do me a favor, DM it to me again, Kelly, please.
I don't think you're following me though. Can I DM you if you're not following me?
No, let me follow you now.
It's Kelly KE.
Hang on one second. Explore at KELIE.
KELLIKE.
LIKE. Kel-like.
Uh-huh.
What else? Oh, is that Kelly?
Georgia Patriot.
What's that?
What is it?
Georgia Patriot.
Yep. Got it.
Oh, president-elect.
Yes, I am president-elect. My bad.
I'm president-elect too.
Me too.
All right. I'm proud to be your 2,100 or 0 and 17th follower.
Yay! Look at that.
Send me a DM and I'll be happy to push out what you want me to do.
Okay. I know you have tons of followers.
Guys, I'm reading something here that I'm going to keep reading, but if this is real, this could be really big. Holy shit.
Where'd you get it?
Somebody sent it to me.
Mm.
Holy crappy pappy.
Oh, what is it?
Do share.
If this is true, good guys are really winning.
Ooh, hope so.
And it has to do with the voter fraud and with the Kraken.
Ooh.
And somebody dropped this on 8kun. And the person who sent it to me, I have a lot of credibility with. So she's good. And by the way, if I missed a chance to do this, I don't want to miss a chance to do this now. I want to tell you guys something. One thing I loved about Twitter, and I assume goes all the way back to 4chan, 8chan, and 8kun, some of the best diggers and connectors and smartest people in this entire fight have been women. I would say it's probably 55, 60% women. And my God, they're brilliant and just thorough and just amazing diggers.
You're welcome.
Does that shock you, Scott? Just kidding.
He forgot the most important part, that conservative or Trumplicans are way hotter than liberals. That is the truth.
Well,
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
As indicative of this particular Zoom call, you haven't shown yourselves, so I'm not painting with a broad brush. I'm just picturing you the way I would think that you all look like Salma Hayek.
Okay, listen. I used to have my photo on and I got doxxed, so I went anonymous, but no, conservative women are so much hotter. And we are just unbelievably smart. There's so many people I've connected with on Twitter, and it's just been such an amazing journey. And the role that everybody plays is just amazing. This movement is incredible.
I will say this, that after the Great Awakening, which I think is not that far around the corner, not only will any of us ever have a hard time finding Mr. or Mrs. Right, I also think that in business, it's going to be so easy to do business with people that share our same values and beliefs. It's going to be like breathing.
Mm-hmm.
He's already.
Yeah, I want to. That's a really interesting thought, because I will tell you, it has been really hard for me. I've owned companies and always been in marketing and business and sales, and through waking up and going through this, obviously I lost everything because of Corona. I still haven't even gotten my first unemployment check from March, but I'm so eager to reconnect with the business world and work again. And I feel like I'm so scared that I'll never be hireable again.
Ashley, send me a DM. Okay. I've been running a marketing company for 30 years and I've written 5 books on sales. So I know a little bit about sales and marketing. Send me a DM, we'll connect, and we'll see how we can get you back on your feet and moving forward. I'd be glad to help you.
It's been hard. Thank you. Yeah.
No, I'm here for you.
And also, Ashley, I just want to say that I feel like the world is changing in a really positive way. And I feel like you're going to be the one that they want,
Because right now, everybody thinks I'm fucking crazy.
I totally relate to that. I was a teacher for 6 years and I quit my job this year.
Wow.
And so I feel like I'm just kind of floating, like
free falling.
That's what I'm good at, and I can't be there with those people. So
Carrie, do you realize how many people are going to be begging you to teach their children because of your values and your beliefs?
Yeah.
They will be lining up.
Yep. Can you come over?
Not just that, but teach like real history. Like real history.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
To doing my camera.
There
Oh,
you
hello.
Hi, Kelly. There she is.
That's the
I was
best.
with that.
Yeah, it's hard to re-enter into this, isn't it? This
Yes.
world, because
I
everything
struggle with that.
known is a lie.
I will say this, one thing I've been really good at in my career is skating where the puck is going. And I've been right every single time. What is
Yep.
coming is the Great Awakening. And those of us who have held steadfast through this entire thing, as soon as we get through the other side of this, it's going to be so effortless for us to recommend each other, refer each other, use each other, hire each other, work
Yep.
for each other. It's going to be like
Yep.
breathing, because you
Yep.
don't have to worry about another person's values and beliefs. You're going to already know that either them or their company has embraced the same things that we believe in. We love God. We love our country. We love our president. We trust each other, and we're willing to go out of our way to help each other. How much easier does it get after that to go through the details of just doing business? Done.
Beer, I remember when you were one of the first people I started following about 2 years ago, because I denied Q for about a year and a half, and then Vegas happened and I was all in. But and I remember I ended up on a tweet that you had put out that said you had been having a conversation with one of your friends or somebody that you knew, and they had asked you very specifically, what does the world look like to you with evil eradicated? And you tweeted that out. And I remember being so just moved by that, because I never thought it was a possibility. And I found you. And I connected with you, and that was about 2 years ago. And it was just, I can't wait to meet you guys in person and be on the other side of this. It's so huge.
Amen.
So huge.
Amen.
Yep.
Amen.
Hey, Joel, could you please share my pinned tweet? Because I've gotten a lot of DMs and a lot of, and Ashley, thank you for sharing that with me. It touched my heart in a way.
That was beautiful. That was very beautiful.
Very
Yes.
beautiful. Yes, yes.
That was something where Patty and I, a couple years ago, went about 45 minutes west of here and had a dinner with a woman. It was just a beautiful woman, and she asked me that very difficult question: can you imagine the world absent of all evil?
Yep.
Well, there it is.
There it is.
Yep.
And we met her.
It's coming.
Let him read.
I just never thought it would be real. And we're seeing it unfold. Like, it's so amazing.
It is. Is everyone still there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Question.
Absolutely. I
Kelly
love
from
that. I love that.
Go ahead, Kelly.
So I've seen like Vincent Kennedy and some other things where they talk about 1221. Do y'all know anything about that?
Well,
Theories.
astrologically, it marks the beginning of the age of Aquarius, which is also known as the age of enlightenment. So it's basically when the sun starts rising in the constellation of Aries.
Aquarius.
Aquarius, sorry. Why did I say Aries? Right now we're in Pisces, which is the age of deception. So that's one thing.
It's actually
December
between
21st.
Pisces and Aquarius. It hasn't. It's actually in a transition point. And, you know, these are all theories and we've wondered about them, but it correlates, you know, pretty well with the whole concept of the Great Awakening.
Who sang the song "The Age of Aquarius"?
Fifth Dimension.
5D.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Dawning of the Age of Aquarius.
Who talked about 5D over and over and over.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
Isn't there supposed to be a portal of some sort? An energy portal? I don't know enough, but I hear people talking about the shift and the portal.
Yeah. Me too.
I don't know. Is Serene in the chat? Serene, she knows all of this stuff. I don't think she's
I've heard Vincent Kennedy talk about it, and then also Cappy. Y'all know who Cappy is, right?
Kathy.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
He was the actor that was
Isaac.
Isaac
Are you talking about
Cappy.
Cappy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What
And
did he say? I don't remember him talking
he
about.
sings about it. He talks about Epstein Island. He says 1221, take it away. Epstein burns away.
Interesting. I never made that connection. Huh.
There's a video out there. You can see him singing it when he talks about.
I've seen the
all
video,
that
but I never connected the 1221 to the actual.
Right. Yeah, I don't even remember him saying that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. I mean, there's a lot of correlations with stuff going on, but, you know, all in all, I'm just kind of buckled in, enjoying this ride, you know, big time. It's
huge. Yep.
Yeah, very huge. It can be really emotional and stressful, you know, but it pays to sometimes step away and disconnect and ground yourself and come back to it with a fresh eye.
Exactly.
You got to do that.
Go out in the public and deal with the mask Nazis. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Right. I try to avoid going anywhere just because I refuse to wear a mask and I don't want to deal with the looks and the comments and all of that. So.
Oh, it's brutal.
What?
And somebody sent me a picture of a lion and a bunch of sheep around it. And it said, me in Walmart without my mask on. And I'm like, that's me. I'm walking in there doing that.
That's funny. I after Halloween, I have this. I bought this professional Donald Trump mask from Great Britain, and I've been wearing it in stores after Halloween because in India we still have to wear these damn masks. But currently, I'm actually in the grocery store buying some groceries for my wife, and I just pull the mask down as soon as I get in the store. I don't care. People don't really say anything in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky.
That's amazing. You're lucky. Colorado's ridiculous.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
I just wear mine as an external jock strap, and I look at them like I'm a moron.
I'm wearing it.
Nobody
It's
looks
on.
at me. I'm like Rain Man.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I haven't really had a lot of people say anything to me. I had one incident at a restaurant that I won't name, but they had a giant plastic shield, like when you go up to place your order. I mean,
Oh,
huge,
annoying.
like all the way up to the ceiling. And she's like, "You're gonna need to put on a mask to order." And I'm like, "Why? There's a giant plastic shield in between us. Like literally, there's no, like you don't have to worry about anything."
I bought Mrs. Beer one
You
on
start
our wedding
licking the
night.
glass.
This is ridiculous, guys, but I actually ended up going through the drive-through and ordering my food and then coming in to eat with my family who all had masks on, and I refused to wear it. So it was okay to come back in and eat without a mask and walk around. I just couldn't order.
I think the best though is when they like have that cut in their mask so they can eat food through it. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Oh.
Okay, so since I've written a few books on the subjects of like introverts versus extroverts, we've got a few callers on here who are probably introverts who haven't had a chance to either speak or ask a question. So if us extroverts could calm down for about 30 seconds.
Introvert right here. I'm such an introvert. Like,
yeah,
this is scary. It's so scary to me.
So we stop talking and let the other introverts on the call actually get in and ask a question or talk. That would be awesome.
Okay, introverts, if I can do it, you can do it. Come on. What do you want to say? Anyone?
Just
anyone.
Give them a second. Takes time. Go ahead. This is your mother speaking. It's okay.
It's safe. It's safe.
Nobody's going to take your lunch money.
It's safe.
All right, that was fun. So on to the next one.
Oh, I love
My
it.
sixth book just wrote itself.
You know, it's funny,
man.
Carrie, when you said that, because I was very much an introvert, and he's, well, God, you guys should know by now, extrovert off the charts. You know, we walk into a party, I want to be,
next time you do this and say off the charts, don't talk about my personality.
No, but we walk into a party like a bunch of people, and I want to be the wallflower, just, you know, observing people. He's like, let the party begin, I'm here, right? That's Scott. I mean, he walks in and that, but I think, Carrie, what has happened is that
we've reversed.
Yeah, no, we actually have, because I think that we have found our voices, and this mission that we're on right now, I feel like I do have a voice now where I didn't feel like I had that before. And so now I feel brave, and for the most part, I just want to talk about what I found out, what I've learned, and I want to share it with the world. And I think that we're stepping into our power. That's I think what I want to say is we're stepping into our power.
Definitely.
Right?
That's for Ashley, because what's coming is going to enable a lot of us to step into our power in a loving way and a non-judgmental way. Because everybody around us is going to wake up. So Ashley, what I'm about to say is for you. I dropped a question on 4chan. Even though I've been very lucky to have Q drop back at me a couple times, they dropped back at me in an anonymous way one time. I wasn't expecting, and I knew it was them because the way it was worded. It was unquestionably Q. And I said, what can we as Anons do to wake up our family and friends in a kind and loving way and red pill them that in a way that doesn't disturb them or ruin them? Because I was worried about waking them up too fast. And the response came in 1 minute. And they said, and I'm paraphrasing, but I'm close. The tsunami of evidence that will be rolling in will be so awe-inspiring, they won't be able to do anything but stop and stare with their jaws hanging. They didn't say a tidal wave, they said a tsunami. And do you understand the difference? A tidal wave is 100 foot, and when it hits, it falls. So it goes in like 1/8 of a mile. A tsunami is like 3 to 6 feet, with a wave behind it so massive, it never stops pushing. So when a tsunami comes in the shore, it goes in miles and it never stops. And I'm sure it was Q who said, when this tsunami of evidence rolls in, they won't be able to do anything but stop and stare in awe. And that's when I knew we wouldn't need a red pill. That's when I knew that all of our normie friends would stand there and go, holy shit. And day after day after day, story after story, video after video, email, text, all of it. It's going to come in, and never stop. That's when I knew I didn't have to become a red pilling expert, even though I wrote the article on how to becoming a red pilling expert.
Yes, and it's really good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But
really
it's not
good.
necessary. Totally unnecessary. Q is going to play this thing backwards just like Memento. Every fake story by the MSM and every true story by the National Security Agency. We have everything.
Mm-hmm.
These people
Absolutely.
are stupid.
I can tell y'all that my mother has been really hard to talk to about all this. And thank God for Lynn Wood, because I don't know if y'all saw his tweet about voter fraud, and he had listed all the way down to the pedophilia and the satanic.
Yes, did
Did
see that.
you see
I saw
that?
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I have been telling my mother since since March about this. And she didn't even come for Thanksgiving because she's so freaked out about the Rona. But we've always had, we've just been struggling about everything since March. And when I sent her that tweet from Lynn Wood, it's like a light bulb went on with her. Thank God, because she wasn't hearing any of it from me. None of it. And I'm just thankful for him. And he's a good man. And he is going to do so much good for us and help Trump. I'm just happy. I'm so glad he's from Georgia too.
I didn't know that, but it's funny because both he and Sydney have the Southern drawl. They have that Southern accent. But it's so funny, you guys, because and Scott and I have talked about this a lot. The truth cannot come from someone that you know, like your mom or whatever.
Yeah, they're too close.
Exactly. It has to come from someone like Lynn Wood.
Right.
We cannot convince our relatives. It has to come from somewhere else. And then they might believe it.
You're right. You're exactly right.
That was a good one. Woo! By the way, you got that from my first book.
Oh, I did actually.
Yeah.
He's a good writer, actually. No, but I mean, and even Jesus, you guys, when you think about this.
Okay, leave me out of this.
When you think about it, when Jesus went back to his hometown, they were like, but it has to come from somewhere else. That's it. It has to. And then they'll go.
It always does. The reason why you can't convince somebody that you are close to is because we fall into our old roles and patterns. And we tend to remember somebody as we last remember them. Mm-hmm. So we leave them in like a box. And and I'll be honest, it's lazy thinking, but it's the way we're built.
Right. The way we're programmed.
Yeah, no, it's the way we're built.
Exactly.
So when I'm talking to my sister, my mother, somebody I love and care about, I tend to leave them in the last box I left them in, and they leave me in the last box they left me in. And we never ask somebody, instead of saying, how are you? We should ask, what is new in you? What a great question that would be. What's new in you? And then listen to the answer. For me, it would have been, hey, I left Bill Maher a long time ago and Rachel Maddow, and damn, I was on that gravy train. And can you just put a little bullet in the back of my head? Because I'm on a different train now.
And you guys, he is so right. We were Rachel Maddow, Bill Maher. I mean, we were we love them. But we love them.
Wow.
Somebody was trying to say something. What was that?
Hello?
Somebody was trying to jump in.
Hello.
Well, they can't do it if you're saying hello.
Somebody was trying.
All right.
Karen can't get on her audio.
Yeah, Karen has no audio or can't get to her audio on her computer.
Can I post the call-in numbers? Here, let me ask Karen. Can I paste the call-in numbers? Unless she's the Karen, in that case, oh, hell no.
I'm sure it's not the Karen.
Ooh, pump the brakes.
Joking.
If it is, you're going to hear about it.
Yeah. You'll speak.
Oh, her audio would be working if it was her.
She goes, laugh out loud. No, I'm nothing like that, Karen.
Okay, cool. We're good then.
She's in. Here, I'll give her the easy call-in number. Here it is. Copy. How exciting is it? You guys watching me copy and paste.
It's very cool. I gotta admit.
Riveting.
Anything going on in the chat there, Joel?
Great technique.
Let's see here.
I noticed earlier someone said in the chat they noticed that we don't respond to the chat very much, and I just want to tell that person that we normally do. This is just a totally different format for us.
Doing
with what
an
we have
open
going on
Q&A tonight.
So
yeah, this was impromptu.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it was like spontaneous. And not only that, we didn't like plan it.
Yeah, true. It was just we just kind
meaning of the word
slapped it
spontaneous.
together with duct tape. And called it.
I am the head of the Department of Redundancy Department.
See, I thought you guys were doing a Q&A on Twitter. So
Well,
I expected Joel to come home and
kind
just
of
be on
started
Twitter.
that way.
And then he's like, oh, we're doing a live show. I'm like, oh.
Well, it started that way, but it's a guy thing. It's like, hey, do you want to make a go-kart? Next thing you know, we're having a fucking dragster,
This is much
Oh
more
my
fun.
God, I didn't mean to drop the F-bomb.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, it was a French dragster.
Uh-huh.
You know what? They were
It's
going
all-
to do something to us. That's not what would cause
That's
it.
not going to be the thing there. No, that's not going to be the thing.
Good.
Of all the things that my reputation is going to be lost on, is probably not that one.
Oh, so Sandra's got a question, has a question about the Bible because everything that is being taught today does not completely fit into the narrative, such as astrology and New Age. Those things are an abomination.
I don't know if the scriptures say that they're an abomination.
Joel, you could probably address this a little bit. I mean, you have a
Well, she
rich
just
background.
yeah,
in-
just saying that they're an abomination, not that the scripture says that. So there is some weird stuff that correlates with the Bible and different astrological ages. Definitely some strange things, such as like when they were in the age of Taurus, they were worshiping the golden calf. And a lot of statues and pictures of Moses that are presented depict him with horns, and they were living in the age of Aries during that time. There are other things too about God placing the stars in the heavens as signs. And a lot of sailors use them, as directions. How to get from point A to point B. There's a lot of stuff in there, and there are people out there who can explain it better than me. And I'm not saying that is 100% what it is, but there are some strange correlations that are in the Bible that correlate with astronomy, not technically astrology,
right?
But astronomy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Some very interesting things.
I think the three kings that visited the baby Jesus, I mean, that was all astronomy, wasn't it? Or astrology?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the star in the east and all that stuff, man.
Right.
That was written in the Bible years ago.
Yep.
And man, there's something to that. I mean, so a lot of people think, okay, it's demonic, if it's not but there's a lot of stuff, guys, that we don't understand yet that we will.
Right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We
Definitely.
will.
I
And
think,
then
yeah, in you know, when this is all said and done, I mean, I think that we'll have definitely a better perception and understanding of what, you know, what this is all about, you know.
exactly.
It's hard to say, you know, that's just my personal opinion, and it's, you know, I'm not telling you to accept it. I'm just saying, you know, search for yourself and come to your own conclusions, you know.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people out there who can offer you really great tools on how to dig on stuff. Snarkish Dano's one of them. He's a really good digger guy. Scott's another one. Who else we got? There's a lot out there,
There's tons.
but
Yeah.
just to blindly follow somebody probably isn't the best thing to do. You know, I'm just saying that now.
Mhm.
You know what's funny, you guys, is we had a lovely couple that we met, I don't know, almost a year ago now, but we have them.
Oh, you froze up. Hold on a second.
Darn it.
About
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
You
Oh,
froze up for
froze
just
up
a
for
second
minute
there.
Oh,
And it's happening again. Darn it.
real, what's not real. And I said to them, I said, you know, Jesus said, go within. Like, in other words, we're supposed to go within our own hearts to find the answers. And I think Jesus said something about, you know, the key to the kingdom is within. So a lot of times I think we just, you know, we have to trust our instincts. And I think that what we do is we go within our heart space. And I do that quite a bit, like something feels right or it doesn't.
Exactly. And I think that kind of goes along with what we were talking about earlier, you know, what you said about trusting yourself, but at the same time, you know, the logic and the research and all of that. I think those two things go hand in hand. And I think that people process and interpret things differently. And I think that intuition is just as important as the logic side of it. So Scott might disagree with me on that. He's not here to disagree with me right now. So I'm just going to say it while he's not here.
No, but Carrie, I'm with you, girl. I'm with you.
Because a lot of us are so intuitive, right? And I know a lot of people listening to this are so intuitive and so empathic, and we just know when something feels right. And we don't, you know, I do like the research and I am very logical at the same time, but I also just have that feeling like you, Patty, you know, when we hear something that resonates with us, we know it. It's true.
Exactly, babe. And exactly, you and I both, and a lot of people do. If you're empathic or if you are a feeling person, you know, we all get our senses. Some of us see things, some of us hear things, some of us feel things, and we just know. I've done that. My God, you guys, I've done that quite a few times in my life where I'll just say something and it didn't come from me. It was not for me. It was from somewhere else that channeled through me. And after I said it, I'm like, holy crap, where the hell that come from? But, but we trust that. And that's that going within to, you know, feel what you're hearing, what you're seeing. Is that right or isn't it? And we're very good at that, actually. I think most of us on the Q team are very good at that.
Right. And then a lot of times the research just confirms, you know, what we already knew.
Exactly. Girl. Exactly. You are so right on. You are so right on. Yes. Yes.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. So are we going to cover anything else, guys? Anybody else got any questions? Let me check the chat here. Because we've been going for a little bit now, I think.
Yeah, we should probably check on our children.
Yeah.
What they're up to out
probably
there.
Doing
That was funny.
Karen's asking, are we going to go to a cryptocurrency system?
Good question.
I really don't know about that. I hope not.
Crystal money. Yeah, cryptocurrency.
I
don't
think
know.
there's an effort to.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I just think there's an effort to move us in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft, I think Zuckerberg, I call him Zuckerberg. I think he's coming out with some kind of cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's in collaboration with Microsoft.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Would anybody trust those two entities?
Absolutely not.
No.
Nope.
No way. No way.
No, I was asking the caller.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
Did she say no way?
She did.
She said absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Mhm.
Okay, so if we think about the Great Awakening as being biblical, as Q has talked about over and over, and let's assume that it is a spiritual awakening and a spiritual connection to not only God and source, but each other. Why would currency ever be needed? I'm just asking.
Mm-hmm.
What if we woke up every day with this beautiful opportunity to just give our gifts to someone who needed our gifts? And maybe I could help somebody with sales or marketing or whatever. And that was how I spent my day. And I didn't worry about what I got back. There was no giving back. There was no need of return because my life was complete. I had food, I had water, I had shelter, I had love of God. What if my life was already complete? Where does money come into play? Money is just this bullshit.
Yeah, a control mechanism.
It's manipulative. It's manipulative.
Yep. Yeah, and look at all this symbolism that's on our money. I mean, look at that. It's just rife with it.
But I think, as with a lot of other things, it's the intention that goes with money. Money is just a tool. It is not good or evil. It is how it is used that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like we were talking about the other day. It's not the tool itself. It's not the weapon itself. It's the intention of the person who's wielding it.
Mm-hmm.
So true, Gary. And when you guys think about it, the banksters for centuries that have ruled our world, that's how they controlled us through the money system. That's how they controlled us.
It's the mortgage on your house.
Exactly. It's the banksters, man, who have run our countries.
There's some people wanting to weigh in.
Good.
So the callers have the floor now. Jump in. Oh, somebody's saying from Karen, so is the Nasara going to happen?
That's the big question, man.
Well, that would make no sense to me, because why would people who have dug themselves into a mountain of debt be the ones who are the most rewarded, as opposed to those of us that lived our lives very conservatively, like she and I, and consumed no debt?
Nasara, though,
there you go.
Sorry.
I think in the way that the society has been structured, it is very difficult for people to be alive in this society and not have accrued debt. So if you two have been able to do that, I think that you're amazing and you're obviously doing something very right. But I would say the majority of people are suffering from insurmountable sums of debt in some cases. And it's not that they're living lavish lifestyles or anything like that. It's just they're trying to survive.
Exactly.
And provide for their families.
Yeah. In the gym, I work out. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Beer, 13 Jen here. How you doing?
Good. You?
Hey, good. Listen, I had a little one on my lap here, but I've been listening in. I want to weigh in a little bit on the Jasar and Nasara theories. the central banks, I believe that the only way to decentralize the central banks would be possibly to go back to the gold standard. I find it very interesting that it's possible that that may be part of the actions that will be taking place. But I'm one not to jump to any conclusions. I like to weigh all options and keep my eyes open. But I find it very interesting. So I did buy some gold and silver. I got a little bit tucked in the basement. So.
But wouldn't you agree that the entire concept of currency is just a belief that it's worth what it's worth? It doesn't matter what it's backed on. If I hand you $10 or $20 or $100, you make the same belief with me, my friend, that it's worth $100.
Right.
So this whole thing is backed on something. Maybe I'm a moron, but backed on what? It's never been backed on anything.
Well, yeah, well, it may go to crypto. The crypto movement leaves them very interesting. And I'm not one to be in it, but, it may go, digital like everything else. It's hard to say, but I do believe there's going to be some sort of, change to decentralize the central banks.
No, that's where I think we're heading.
Yes.
Everything is heading to take out the central banks.
Yeah.
Trump was very clear in that executive order on the, I think it was the 21st of December of 17. I mean, he was taking the whole thing down. And also, it was also Putin who got rid of the centralized banks out of Russia as soon as he took office.
Correct.
So, what's your first name, please, if you don't mind me asking?
My first name? My friends call me Matt.
Nat, my name's Scott. Nice to meet you, sir.
That's Scott. Pleasure.
Don't you think this whole thing is it's not to like change how currency and money is done. I think it's to open the world up to freedom. And Q said, you've never known what it's like to truly be free.
Right.
And they've also said that, I mean, this really is going to come down to the centralized banks. And when they said they were going to drain the swamp, you're looking at all the banking systems, the entertainment industry, the sporting industry, the politics. I mean, holy crap, it's all of them, right?
Yeah, but I think a lot of people, even that aren't aware in the Q movement of what's been really going on, feel like they've been stolen from. And I do believe there's a possibility, that these people are, reaching for that they'll get a payback. I saw some things a few months back that they had set aside $10,000 per person in the country. And, the feds haven't made any, additional stimulus action. So it's hard to say. That's been delayed, in Congress. So I don't know. I'm like you. I'm enjoying the show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is Kelly from Georgia again. The scary thing is that they have shut down everything. All the college sports, just the small businesses, they're transferring that wealth. That's the scary thing about the whole situation. And I'm just hoping and praying that Trump has that plan to, pull that card out and screw them all, because they've screwed us for so many years.
Hey, Kelly, I'm going to ask you a question. Just
Yes.
beer to you.
Okay.
If you were going to blow this thing up, wouldn't you make it this overt? Which is, we give you the midterms. So we gave the D's the House, and we made sure we kept the Senate. And I was just going to retweet this. Something I found back in October 2nd, when Q said 53 to 47, and Q predicted they were going to keep the Senate and give them the House. Do you remember that?
Yes.
A month before the elections. and Q predicted it on the monkey's nuts. How good is that? Then Q jumps back in and reminds us we're going to give them the house so we can watch these idiots like monkeys flinging feces at their. Yeah, don't laugh. You'll only encourage me. Sorry. It's all right. But I am good at this. So the house has become the monkey flinging feces idiots who has never once done anything for their constituents. They've never once helped any Americans. They withheld every single thing that would have helped every American during this fake COVID thing. And Trump put them on full display, as did Q, and said, here's your House of Congress. Enjoy. You got Pelosi, Schiff, Schumer, Waters, and Nadler. The five.
House of Cards.
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding. So it used to be Larry, Curly Moe, Curly Joe, and Shump.
I believe that they, with the Dominion systems, that they stole the 2018 midterms.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew to set up for where we are now.
Do you remember Q talking about 2016, 2018, and 2020?
Yes. And the EO for 2018.
They got all of them.
But
these people are stupid.
He had to go through the whole impeachment bullshit and all that bullshit his first term.
Yes.
Infuriates me.
And by the way, the more you say bullshit, the hotter you get looking.
Oh, man.
Oh, it just infuriates me, though. But we have to, what do they say? We have to go through the dark to get to the light.
Yes.
Yeah. Sitting here going, I know where this ends and I'm done. I'm like, ah.
Well, there's a lot of people on this call. Did any of you ever imagine 4 years ago we would be on this call having this much fun talking about that the fact that Joe Biden won the election, and there is no way that man is ever stepping foot in the White House.
Not a chance.
No.
Not a chance.
There's no
absolutely not.
Let's go back 4 years again. Did any of you believe we would be having this much of a man crush on Donald J. Trump?
I told you I was for him before he was ever even a candidate.
Man, I was a never Trumper all the way.
I didn't like him at first either.
Love him.
I didn't like him.
Our family we watched The Apprentice as the family show when it first came on, and I was addicted ever since then. Love the man.
I got to admit, I loved the Apprentice, and Patty couldn't even walk through the living room if I had it on. She hated him that much.
Love him.
If I heard his voice say, "You're fired,"
you're fired.
But this is what's nuts, guys. This is what's crazy. So I did not vote for the first time in a very, very long time. I didn't know who the hell to vote for. You know, when Trump and Hillary were
could have wrote me in.
But this is just nuts. So I went to bed that night, didn't know who was elected, but when I came to my computer and my computer said Donald Trump is president, this peace came over me. And then when I watched his acceptance speech, Scott was working out at his gym. And I said to him, Scott, you and I have got to watch his acceptance.
No, it was actually the inaugural.
It was the inaugural. Yeah, it was the inaugural. But I said, you will not believe. And so he and I sat down the basement where he recorded the speech, and we were blown away. And that's when I fell in love with my dear president. That his acceptance speech, or the inaugural speech, I fell in love with that man. And I couldn't stand it before that.
I'll tell you what, you talk about an inaugural address that aged really well. Holy crap. Play that thing back anytime you want and red pill everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Big time, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big time.
Dano,
He's wonderful.
Speaking of the inauguration, anyone going besides me?
I wish.
If you guys can, and somehow you guys can make it go. Oh my God! Book the hotels now. Flights are dirt cheap. I got a round trip out of Chicago for $166. I was like, what, to DC and back?
Wow.
So I'm just going the night before and then flying back late on the day of inauguration.
That's because everybody's trying to get the fuck out of Chicago.
Right. And California.
Oh my God.
New York and
Lori Lightfoot. What a psycho.
The voice of truth. Man, I feel so sorry for y'all.
We're not far behind.
Well, I moved out of Chicago 3 years ago to Northwest Indiana, so I mean, like we got wise a while ago. We saw the writing on the wall.
Oh, that's good.
Good for you. Good for you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Dano, check your DMs, bud.
Yeah. You should have gotten an invite.
Is Dano on the call right now?
He's in the chat.
What?
I love Dano.
Yeah.
Dano's awesome.
Yep.
One of the smartest dudes on the planet.
Yep.
Sure.
By the way, my IQ goes up about 6 points every time I just rub elbows with him.
I know, right? No joke. No joke.
I will say this while we're waiting for Dano to pop in. My greatest love of the last few years has been the people that I've met through this movement.
Yep.
And how lucky I've been to have been invited into some rooms and had some chats and created some real life relationships and friendships with some really, really wicked smart people. And
hi.
And there's one of them. Hey, Dano.
How lucky I've been. Suns up, guns up. Yeah.
Look at the wall behind me.
There it is.
Hey.
Dano.
You got number 1. I got number 8.
Oh yeah. But you know, like you're saying, Beer, like the people that we've met in this movement, like there's nobody else like them. Some of the best patriots ever, man. Like incredible people.
Everybody.
So cool.
Hi.
I was having fun arguing in the chat. It was more fun there.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, get him, Dano.
How do I find him on Twitter?
Oh,
Snarkish Dano.
There it is.
Okay.
At Snarkish Dano.
That's there's not another one, trust me.
I noticed that. I was like, get him, Dano.
Where's all the...
So what are we talking about?
My favorite subject. Me.
Beer or you? I'm sorry, Beer. I can't resist. You make it too easy for me.
I love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Hey, Dano.
Yes.
Ashley Kingsley.
Oh, hey, Ashley.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. Face, name. It's all there now.
Absolutely.
Carrie, you need to smile.
Thank you.
Is that good?
Perfect.
Hey, Dano.
Yes.
Ashley Kingsley.
Oh, hey, Ashley.
Whoa.
Okay.
We got an echo.
That's my bad.
We got an echo.
I just fixed
The echo
that.
chamber.
YouTube rookie mistake 101.
I know. We've done it before too. No worries.
No, Dano, don't worry about it. We invite you into every meeting twice, the second time to apologize.
What, to everybody else?
Exactly.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh man.
Jin's over here agreeing with me, with you. So,
hey, so I see your flag back there, like Beer's got.
Yeah, Beer needs to move to the side so we can compare.
Oh, look at that. Lindsay's.
Beautiful.
Those are awesome. If you guys don't know, those are from Space Force Spiff makes those.
Yes.
Oh,
really
wow.
cool. Yeah.
How big is that? Is that?
It's about 3 foot.
Yeah, it's about 3 foot wide by 19 inches tall.
So is that something that people can order from them? Or?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he makes them.
What is the handle?
Space Force Spiff.
Space Sport.
So like the Calvin and Hobbes character.
Yeah. Yep. Man, I love those comics.
No, so do I. Best ones ever.
Yeah.
But he actually is doing these and a couple other styles. I didn't even realize I got the same one as Beer. I just picked it because I liked it. And then wait a minute. Didn't you do one for Beer? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh.
It was subconscious. Like you knew you saw it and you liked it, but you didn't know where.
Mm-hmm. let me tell you people how brilliant person-to-person marketing works. It starts with a love from your heart for something. So this guy named Mark, who goes by @SpaceForceSpiff on Twitter, DM'd me, and he said, "Man, I love what you tweet about." He says, "I have this gift of making these flags." Beautiful. And he said, "May I please give you one?"
Wow.
And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "I want to make you one." And I said, "Well, no, I'll pay you. Just tell me how much it is. I'll send you a check." And he goes, "No, I want to give you one." I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because I love what comes from your heart in your Twitter account. And I believe I'm supposed to give you one of what I love doing as my way of paying forward to you." And I said, "I can't accept that." I said, "I want to know all your material costs, your labor costs, and your shipping costs, and I'll pay you that. So don't make money on me, but at least let me cover your costs." And he says, "Send me your address." And the next thing I know is 2 weeks later, this thing shows up. He didn't charge me a dime, which really pissed me off. Because I'm a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called the guy, and you should see what's on the back of this. If I flipped it around, he took the time to hand inscribe in this thing where, honey, what is it where you write in wood?
Yeah.
So he wrote
burned
a
it.
description to me and Patty in wood, something that was personal to me and her.
It was beautiful.
And meant the world to us.
It was beautiful.
And so I started pushing out on Twitter. I'm like, this guy, his name's Mark, @SpaceForceSpiff. I go, he's homeschooling his children. He makes no money. Do you know what he charges for these things? It's like less than $400. And so he makes less than $10 an hour. That doesn't even include his time going out and buying the materials.
He needs to charge more.
His website, if you guys want it.
What I've been saying.
So what's the website?
Yeah.
It's Wakefield Woodworks.com.
WakefieldWoodworks.com.
His pictures on the website don't even come close to doing it justice. I've got a couple good pictures I can post up, and of the back of mine too, because he did the same thing on mine. He inscribed some stuff on there. It's really nice.
It's Wakefield, WAKEFIELD Woodworks.com.
Yep. WakefieldWoodworks.com.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Joel's going to throw that link in the chat for anybody who wants to go check that out.
By the way, my best friend just bought one from him. And guess what my best friend did? He said, in all those white fields or those white things, he wanted biblical inscriptions dropped in. And Mark said he would do that for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a small upcharge, but he was going to hand inscribed in that thing that smokes wood into those white fields his favorite biblical inscription.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
This guy's talented.
And trust me, had I known ahead of time, mine would flat out say, read the Bible, God wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No
I might
joke.
send it back down to Mark and like ship it back to me.
You're like, I'll pay for that part.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. Oh man.
Or for God and country, brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's so much cool stuff you could put in there.
Yeah.
Oh man. What a talent. I love all these talented individuals that, we've just come to meet through this community. I mean, just mind blowing, the craftsmanship and stuff. It's incredible.
Let me see if this works. I'm going to just share this. Oh, you've got it disabled so nobody can share a screen. Okay.
Oh, hold on a second, Dano.
I've got a close-up picture of mine so people can see the quality. I mean, the pictures he's got on his website don't even come close to doing it justice.
All right. There you go. You should be good.
And
yeah. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
That's amazing.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dano, you know what I love about yours that's different than mine? Is that your cue has those three
yellow stars.
Yeah, that is absolutely General
for General Flynn.
Oh,
you know what? I got this the day Flynn was gone. Flynn was pardoned by Trump.
That's crazy.
Synchronicity.
Up on my door that day.
Nice.
That's amazing.
So cool.
Built in honor of Lieutenant General Michael T. Flynn and all the digital soldiers for God and country.
Oh my
Patriots
gosh.
fight where we go on, we go all. Wakefield Woodworks. Keep digging, Anons. Never, I can't remember.
November 18th, 2020.
Oh,
Wow,
man.
that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
Dude, yours hit the home front the day it was due.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. I couldn't believe that. I was like, he's like, I got on there. I'm like, you do realize that I got my flag today, the day Flynn got pardoned? Oh.
Well, how about that? How about that for synchronicity?
Yeah, no, I really love it. It's I wish it showed up better, but I mean,
Wakefield on speaker.
So anyway,
that is awesome.
So
I love it.
It's funny, you guys, because when I found out, I think it was on Gateway Pundit, which I follow, and I said, "Oh my God, Trump just pardoned Michael Flynn," and so we questioned, like, why would he do that? I said, "That's because now Michael can start to talk. He couldn't talk before. Now he can start telling everything that he knew."
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because that stupid Judge Sullivan dude, that idiot, he had a gag order on him. But when Trump pardoned him, now he can start to talk and tell everything he knew. And then
did you hear the interview today that he gave?
Yeah, I saw somebody's put that out there.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's like 30 minutes long. It's so tight. It's really, really well done.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Flynn was interviewed today. So hang on, let me see if I can give you the link here. His brother. So for some reason, I go back and forth with Jack Flynn. It was on WVW TV, which I had never heard of.
I hadn't either.
It's Worldview Weekend. And he interviewed Michael Flynn and General Mick. I can never say this. McInerney.
Oh, that's the guy that was the hammer. That's the dude.
Yes.
Yeah, the hammer.
McInerney.
Thank you.
Yes.
So it's worldviewweekend.com, and it came out today.
Hey, who was that was just talking? That's
I think Wolf was talking about it.
Who was just talking that wasn't on video? Some of it's
Oh,
close.
that's me, Patriot Politics Research.
Hey, we're close to each other, whether you know it or not.
Awesome. We'll have to go out for a beer.
I'm a 360. You're a 425, but that's the only difference.
Oh! You're talking about, I used to live in Seattle, but now I kept my 425 number, but I live in Northwest Indiana now.
Oh, you done screwed me up.
Dano, are you in Washington?
Yeah, I'm in Seattle. Well, I'm north of Seattle away.
Hey, what is Patriot Politics Research handle?
Yeah.
And what's your handle? Yeah, I was looking for it.
It's Mila _ volley disco with a 0 at the end.
What?
I have yeah, okay, so Mile, MILE _ and then V as in Victor O, LI _ DISK 0.
Oh.
So I'm first generation Serbian. That's a song in Serbia. With my first name in it, Mile.
Right.
Mile loves disco is basically the song. So
Okay, God bless you, friends. So one more time, I got MILE _ what?
V as in Victor O, LI _
Wait. V.
Here, I'll drop it in the chat.
Yeah, Ashley will get you beer.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
No problem. Thanks.
I guess I've already got you, Mile, so we're good.
Oh, wait a minute. If this is who I think it is, I love this person.
Yep.
Yeah, I love you too, man.
Dude, wait a minute. Are you who I think you are? You DM me all the time?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I love you.
This is so fun. I love it.
Oh yeah, we follow you already, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that's what a quinkerdink.
That's awesome.
It is.
I love it.
Well, we can't tell from that little phone symbol thing.
Oh, wait a minute. You are. Oh, wait. That might be a different one. You're not VIOMER 88, are you?
No.
All right. Let me
No.
look.
It's in the chat, Beer.
All right. Let me go find that. Beer, by the way, isn't the sharpest tool in the tool shed right now. I'm just letting you know. I'm just being honest.
He's had a few beers.
Well, no, he's also
Really?
speaking in the third person, which is really not a good sign.
Beer never has beer. Come on.
Never, ever.
Like a
no.
favorite.
By the way, I mean, I always bring enough beer, but I also bring the parade.
Just
Man.
as long as you're not throwing your baton around. That's all.
I got to tell you, though, I love making friends like this.
Oh,
This is
so cool. This is very
spectacular.
cool. We
So wait a
love
minute, you
this.
did not send this to me.
It's in chat. You don't. It's
Oh, okay. I thought it was in my DM. Sorry.
in Zoom chat. I can put it in your DM.
No, I got it. Oh, man, I got to get down to that little stuff. Thank you so much.
Yep, right below that.
Copy. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, we're
give it,
we're
give
too
it.
amused by you. This is great.
Mhm.
This is like reality TV right here.
I got to admit, I'm not in the least bit ashamed or anything.
No, don't be.
You guys.
Yep.
Oh, I love this account.
Yeah, right? I know.
Oh, yeah. Hell
Surprise.
yeah.
Should I feel jealous now?
No, this is one of my favorites.
Oh, I love it.
That's a good laugh. I like that laugh.
Oh, no, me and this account go way back. You guys, I got to
Thank
be
you.
honest with you. When I was at my Twitter happiest, I had about like 2,500 followers, and I knew everybody. I mean, I could remember all the names, everybody, and I could respond to every notification, or what do they call it, a notify or whatever. And man, I loved that. That was when I was at my best. And that was when I was at my Twitter happiest. It was kind of like I knew everybody and everybody knew me. And we were all like friends and talking and having another conversation, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good night, Letitia. Thank you for being here.
Bye, Letitia. Thank you
Bye.
so much.
I don't blame her for leaving because as soon as I start talking, they all run.
Whether it's to you or from you, you never know.
For quite a while.
Yeah,
Right.
we might end up calling this one a night if
I
there's
think,
no more
yeah.
questions
I mean,
or anything like that.
We can always do this again. This is really fun.
Hey, hang on a second. We got the flag maker on. Oh my God! Hello.
What's up?
Hey, we're on a chat right now on. Oh shit! I don't remember on some sort of Twitter thing.
Where are we? What are we doing?
What planet are we on?
You are like a celebrity, and I just want to let you know that people are asking about how to get your flags for under $500.
Oh, I could pay under $500 easy.
Well, everybody,
$499, right?
everybody on this call either has one of your flags or wants one of your flags.
Are you on with Dana?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, why don't you just come in on our call? Do you know how to do that?
Is it Zoom or what?
Yeah, it's a Zoom thing. So
yeah, he can do that. He knows how.
Can one of you smarter people than me send Space Force Spiff
You got
an invitation into Zoom and let them come on in?
I think you're the only one who knows my cell phone.
Okay, so I'll end this call. So because
Yeah, end it and send me an invite.
well, I'm not gonna send you an invite, but these other people are going to.
All right, it's there.
All right, love you, brother.
Got it. I got it. Boys.
Yay.
Bye.
All right. Yay.
Well, that was serendipitous.
Yeah.
Maybe his ears were burning. I don't know.
I love this. I do. I love this. And the people that we've met through this Q movement, we love them so much. And
Oh,
we love them all.
absolutely.
Seriously.
So, guys,
Go ahead.
no, I'm saying, so when you see Renee Allison, the little kitty cat with the red and blue goggles, say hello.
Aww.
Well, the one thing about the Great Awakening is how nice is it going to be when we all get together. We finally get to give each other a high five or a hug.
Big time.
Yeah. And have
Man.
a beer together at the parade.
Yes. Yes.
I've had dreams about it.
Wait a minute.
We'll have
who's-
to make sure and get lots of ticker tape for beer.
Absolutely.
What's up?
What's up, brother?
Hey.
Hold on. I put mine where you can see it. Beer's got his covered.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Welcome, Space Force Spiff.
Hello. Welcome.
Oh, yeah, I started watching you guys, Quiet Voice and Beer and Patty earlier, but I had to jump off and because I'm helping mod Scott Kesterson's little podcast that he does. And I think that this guy is like going to be like the next guy who starts the Revolutionary War. Or
Scott
something.
Kesterson is only like bards of war.
Yeah, Bards of War. Exactly. This guy's firing people up.
Yeah, that little account.
Yeah, I love our Bards of War.
Oh yeah.
I know. He was on fire today with the vax stuff on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo, get it, brother.
I know.
Now, okay, here's my thing. Now, I asked this question on my Twitter feed. Nobody kind of really had an answer. Does anybody remember and I could have swore it was a Q or a POTUS thing about there being a code based on if they accepted a deal, they tested positive for COVID or negative. If they didn't accept the deal, they were hospitalized and were dead and stuff like that. Does anybody remember that?
Yes.
Okay, I was trying to figure that out because I think POTUS, his term for vaccination, his thing, that's not vaccination. Vaccination is going after the bad guys.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'd heard something about the military moving out the vaccinations, when they're ready and getting them out within a 24-hour period, but also,
seems like against everything that we're all about.
Right.
Right.
I mean, because how many of us really want a vaccine? Not I.
Right. And a really good point. I saw this in a meme and it was hilarious. It's like, do you remember that huge plague that wiped out the Amish because they didn't use vaccines? Yeah, neither do we.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
But
case in point.
I think it's part of the same code, and it means something other than what we think it does.
Mm-hmm.
That's good because the governor of Colorado has the Rona. So that's terrible, but it makes me very happy.
Yeah, I'll be just broken up when Inslee comes down with it. I might even go.
I wouldn't mind if Kemp came down with it.
I might hesitate opening a beer. I don't know. That's about it.
Oh man.
Anyway, just my thought for that whole thing because of it seems like there's a lot of people. It just seems so uncharacteristic. So that tells me that it's not what we're thinking it is. It's something different. So,
yeah, I've wondered about that too, Dano. Because I don't know. I was trying to think if there was a post or something that talked about that or a tweet.
Man, I searched my butt off and I couldn't find it. So
I know you did.
I feel like it was a meme that was going around.
Going around the boards.
Yeah, somebody put something out that if they get corona, they've taken a deal. And I don't know that it's ever been verifiable.
Now I wonder if that was a 3-day 3-night thing.
Maybe.
Well, that sounds like something she'd do. So
that's a she?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, 3D.
Did you see that whole thing between 3 Days, 3 Nights and who was it? Roscoe Davis?
No.
Roscoe B. Davis. It was a couple nights ago, and she was saying something about, I can't even remember how the whole argument started, but it was about Flynn, and all of a sudden Roscoe B. Davis comes in and is like, this has nothing to do with Q, blah, blah, blah. And she was like,
he's a pain in the ass.
But he took the oath, and at the his entire family, Flynn's entire family, took the oath, and then at the end said, where we go, one we go all.
Right.
And he was like, that has nothing to do with the oath. I'm like,
yeah, it's like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Well, and then what actually kind of bothered me, what made me notice this whole argument going on was that Sidney Powell actually retweeted Roscoe B. Davis. And I was like, I don't know how to take that at all.
I don't always think that just because one of the majors, i.e. Sydney or POTUS or somebody retweeting somebody else is necessarily a endorsement. I think it's oftentimes more just this tweet I agree with. Because, I mean, how often have we seen, POTUS has retweeted a couple people that have ended up turning out to be not exactly ship shape and worthy. So, I hesitate to utilize that as a definitive, okay, this person's okay because so-and-so retweeted them. I think we just need to be cautious and discern at all times.
Roscoe's been a big for as long as I've been following him, he's always been, no one's going to get Mo. None of this is happening. Q's full of shit. This, you know, he's always sort of been that way.
Sounds like somebody I'd block.
Yeah. Sounds like Lionel.
Shillville.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't need that kind of name. You know? But
by the way, that shill thing you guys did the other night, I'm still laughing.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That was absolutely hysterical. I was trying
There's a ton of ammo in there. It's good stuff.
Yeah, there were some good memes in there. I think I stole most of them.
Yeah, you have to.
Awesome.
There's no other option. You got to take them. I mean, that's ammo.
It really is. And I've used it.
There was a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Shy Shy. Our puppy.
Yeah,
wants
she's
some
getting
love.
she's wanting attention. Hey, you. Well, I think that if we're done for the night, or if we're not gonna get any more questions, I think, should we end this one, guys?
I just got here.
Yeah, sorry,
I know.
Dana.
I know. So,
Late to the party.
So did Space Force. We're just like,
Yeah, you guys are
dang, we've been on a
late.
minute. Oh man, I'm about 2 really strong beers in, and about to go have a third.
It's getting late. Time for bed.
Exactly.
Beer's looking at you like lightweight.
I just poured myself a whole new whiskey, so come on, guys.
Oh, you're set to go.
I
guess
can't
I'd
wait to
go
see
and,
the
like-
tweets later. Then
I feel left out. Yeah, are you going to try to peel the eggs later?
If any of you guys want to hit me up offline, you got my cell phone. Call me. Trust me. I'm only like 4 whiskeys in and 3 beers in. I'm just getting warmed up. Let's go.
God, I'm starting Chris's flag, and
Oh, my buddy Chris.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
did you-
I'm real excited about it.
He's is he doing the scripture in the white?
Yeah, he's getting a Q flag and having me put in Isaiah
Yes.
21:42 or something like that. But yeah,
You are so talented, Mark. So talented.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
No, it's true. I mean, we Dano showed us a picture of his and beer of his, and we were all over your website. You've got it going on.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I noticed. I was just finishing up my little modding, and Scott had called me, and I was like, "Sorry, I'm modding." And then all of a sudden, I look at my Twitter, and it's like blowing up, and I'm like, "Okay, he must have said something or something." every time, Dano.
Mark, if I covered shipping both ways, sending mine back to you and getting it back to me, and then paid you on top of that, would you please put some of my favorite biblical scripture in my white
stripes?
Oh man. Yeah. Why not?
Stripes. Because I'm telling you right now, what I really want.
This is really funny because I was talking to Chris and I was like, man, when I'm done with this, I feel like Scott's really going to be upset with you. And he's like, oh, we've had this like rivalry going on for a long time. So it makes complete sense that you would want me to like upgrade your flag.
Now he and I go all the way back to junior high together, but we lived together after I got out of the military when I was 23. So we lived together for 7 years before I, married my wife. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I can see in my white things, in my white stripes, I want this. Ex-military here, Q, don't let us down. We were willing to die then, we're still willing to die now. Do us proud, please. And Q said, for God and country, brother. And then the last one I want, read the Bible, God wins. Q. That's what I want on my flag.
Absolutely.
Hey, put his Q tweet on the Q flag.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Dano,
awesome.
do you want scripture on yours? I mean, since
No,
we're all
I'm actually happy with the way it is. I
it looks
like
great.
I like mine the way it is. I don't want to
Yeah.
send it back. I like it.
Yeah, we
I just got it.
We did a custom size on that and everything. It looks
We did.
perfect there.
Yeah, no, it fit perfectly. I'm glad you were able to scale it just perfect for it. It's as you can see, there was kind of a tight little spot that it fits. So
yeah.
Actually, Mark, what I want to buy from you now that I'm thinking about it, I want to buy a completely different flag from you. I want that one exactly as it sits. And I want to talk to you offline after this call.
All right.
I want to buy a new flag from you because I want it just for me.
Beer's Christmas shopping.
Yes, he is.
I know. I was about to say, Patty, do you know about that?
Self-gratifying.
No, I mean, she'll tell you, I never, ever buy myself anything.
He doesn't.
Ever. But this is something
Well,
I buy for myself.
Mark, can I ask you how long does it take you to make a flag like that?
Not long.
20 to 30 hours.
16 to 20.
And it
16 to
doesn't
20.
include him buying the materials.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's hard for me to, kind of piece down how long it takes because, there'll be times where like I'm gluing and so it doesn't take that long, but it has to sit. So I mean, you could say it's probably 30 hours total, but my work probably closer to 20.
What wood is it anyway? I meant to ask you that and I never did.
Southern yellow pine.
It's southern yellow pine, and it's literally, yeah, like people have been like, wow, is that bobinga? Is that, zebra wood? Is that some sort of weird exotic? And I'm like, no, I just have this one local lumber shop that I go, or lumber yard that I go to, and I've never seen pine like this. And so like I'm literally the only person going to this one lumber yard to buy pine.
Dense for pine. I mean, pine's usually
it really
not
is.
weighty.
Yeah.
So that's I like it.
It's heavier than you think.
Yeah, I love the green. So
hey Mark, do you know my insignia that you've seen on Twitter where I've got my military patch, which has the key and it's got the lightning bolt and the torch. Is that something you could do in the corner and then do the red and whites?
I feel like I'm going to have to start buying new tools.
No.
More tools.
No, I've had so many people in the past week. Like I had some random person ask me to make them a charcuterie board. And I'm like, what the hell is a charcuterie board?
Yeah,
I had to look it up, and I was like, you can buy one on Etsy. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Say my thing.
What is that anyway? Is that like for meat and cheese or something?
Yeah, meat and cheese. And like I couldn't even really get a good handle of what it looks like because there's 1,000 different ones that you can make. And I'm just like, why don't you just use a plate?
Dude, if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, it's like a mixture of like cheeses and grapes and
bruschettas and
exactly.
Yeah,
very
fancy. It seems very liberal. It seems like a very liberal thing.
But you
so
could
I
think
just
of
told
it
her,
as like boiled squirrel, peeled squirrel, barbecue squirrel, jerky squirrel. I mean, if you want to go there,
squirrel the best.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
Mark, your answer should be absolutely. If Biden gets in, it's only $2,500.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I'll carve in like Biden smelling a girl in the center.
Oh no! You need to set it up so it looks like he's coming out of the board to sniff the meat.
I can do that.
That's a good one, Dano.
Oh man.
By the way, we invite Dano to every single Zoom meeting twice, the second time to apologize.
Oh man.
Yeah, I want to do this. Is so fun, you guys. This is so
Yeah,
awesome.
you guys need to invite me more.
Yeah. We got to do more of these in the future.
Maybe we can do one
Absolutely.
next weekend.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow at 1. So, I mean, if you guys want to jump in,
We'll just stream all day long and people can jump in and out. How about
yeah, exactly. You know, we'll just whoever starts and we just pass it off.
Snarkish Dano, if you start a meeting tomorrow and let me know, I'll jump in and I'll invite all 20 of my friends and we'll all.
All right.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
As long as you promise to bring burn notice.
Oh,
there you go.
I can't promise that, but
Oh, good.
Yeah, I know.
Is he still on Twitter?
Yeah.
no, he's not.
Is he off now again?
Yeah, he's a good man undergoing a lot of very difficult personal problems. And trust me, if he could be here with us, he would have been here with us right now.
Absolutely.
He's a good man with a good heart and smart as hell.
Yeah.
He's a lot of fun to talk to.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
great stuff.
The day will come when he'll be back with us, but it's not today. And we can't push that. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, Damon's saying we can live dig on Kazaria. Oh boy.
Oh, by the way, has anybody been watching the
Yes.
Fall Cabal?
Yep. Have you seen that yet, Damon? It's right up. It's exactly where we're going.
Yeah, the sequel is out. The new part is out tonight.
Oh, 5.
That's
yeah.
She moved to
yeah,
BitChute.
on BitChute.
I know what I'm doing after I get off here.
What
I know.
what is it?
I was
Fall of the what?
the
Cabal?
Fall of the Cabal.
It's actually the sequel to the Fall of the Cabal.
Yeah, the first one had I think 9 parts, and
it's the
sequel
third
has
link in
17.
my bio.
Yes, exactly.
Go to my bio. It's the third link in my bio,
Okay.
and it's a BitChute link, so it'll give you a warning. Ignore it. Click through. It's fine.
Yeah.
But then there's the sequel, like Mark was saying, and it's about the history, which is the stuff like Damon and Realize and I are digging on. And we're at this point we're kind of going, well, all right, we're no point in us going anywhere with it. But
I know we need to get in touch with this lady who does them.
Yeah, Osabard. She's got a lot of great info.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
The videos were all taken down off of YouTube, right?
Yeah, you can get them on YouTube. So
Yeah.
I think
I think
the current one is on YouTube, but it'll probably be gone by
I just
tomorrow.
listened to BitChute.
So I have a question for you guys, Mrs. Beer. Now, was she the one that's from, I forget what country?
New Zealand, I believe.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is she?
And did
is
she
she
do like, yeah, New Zealand. Did she did like the first 10 parts
Yep.
or 12 parts, the Fall of the Cabal? So she added to that? I did
Yeah.
not know.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. There's a sequel
She's
now.
5 into it.
Are you serious?
And
I
there's
did not-
5 of 17.
15 or 17 or something. Yeah.
I didn't know either, Patty. So
Yeah, and they're very long. They're a lot. The episodes now are a lot longer than they were in the first Fall of the Cabal, which I think were only like 10 or 20 minutes. These are like hour long.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And let me tell you, I really hope that she's got some security.
Okay.
Big time. Big time.
That weird trans New Zealand prime minister is probably looking for her now.
Yeah.
Were the last 5 as good as the first 10?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I think they're better. I mean, because they
Better.
go into history. They go into history of the Cabal, and her research is just impeccable.
Basically, this starts at Babylon, which is where this Babylon and Cain, which is where this all started, and it's coming forward, tracing the path, which is exactly what Damon and Realize and I have been doing. Is that exact same thing? We just have been taking forever because it's so goddamn big that every time we think we've got part of it, we find another huge chunk that we need to add to it. I don't necessarily agree with all of her conclusions yet, because I think she's missed a couple big ones, but it's 90% there. It's really important. Everybody needs to watch it, because this is what's coming up. The distinctions that she's drawing now are what we are going to have to understand coming up when we get to Israel.
So wait a minute, Snarkish Dano, me to you. I got to ask you something. When
Yes,
you say it's 90% good, that means it's 90% good, right?
Well, what that means is that she doesn't have all of the info, I think, there. I think she's missed some pretty big connections. Now, she's not done. She's 5 in instead of not 15 or 17 in. So she may cover it at a later date. But she's jumped over a couple of things that I think were critical. But I don't know that she's not going to go back and revisit it. So I don't want to necessarily say that she hasn't covered it. Just at this point, we don't know. If she doesn't, that's fine. That's where Damon and I can jump in and fill in those holes, and we'll get everybody up to speed further than what she's doing. So
if I were your brother, would you sit down with me shoulder to shoulder and go, hey, watch this. This is pretty damn good.
Absolutely. Without even hesitation or equivocation.
So that's either the first 15 or the first 10 or the last 5. You would say, watch this. This is
watch it all.
Really good stuff.
Really good stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
Again. Okay, so you guys, they kept saying save Israel for last. Dana, what do you think that means? What, in your opinion, what do you think is going to happen there?
I think the world is going to learn the truth about what Israel really is, and it is not about the Jews. And that's the distinction that we're going to have to understand and separate. There are 2 Jews. There's 2 kinds of Jews. There's the real Jews, and then there's the fake Jews who Janet Ossebard is exposing. And that's the thing that everybody has to understand, is that these people that have assumed this Jewish name are masters at disguise. Their whole thing has been assuming identities through millennia. So they have manipulated it. I mean, on part 4, she exposed that Hitler was part Jew.
Yes.
He was actually Rothschild.
Yes.
So, okay, so you have a Jew killing Jews. Wait a minute, that doesn't add up. But if you understand that there's Jews and then there's Jews, it starts to make more sense. And that's why we have to be really careful about the phraseology that we use, the terms that we use, because it's so easy to get branded as anti-Semitic, which is actually a weapon that they use. But there's some truth to it as well. But we need to be careful, because if we paint with too broad of a brush, then all of a sudden we're painting everybody, and that's not what we want to do. Because there are legitimate, real good Jews out there that aren't part of this. They're not part of the problem. And we have to make sure that we understand that, because we need to be going after the right issues. And that's, I think, going to be critical. And that's why I think that this series that she's doing is going to be super critical, because it'll help people understand what the difference is and where they come from.
Who's that?
The woman who did the series.
So when you say she, that's who?
That's the woman who did the series.
The Fall of the Cabal. The sequel to the Fall of the Cabal.
Her name is Janet Ostenbrand, I believe.
Ossebard.
Ostenbrand.
And where's she from, guys? She's from what country?
New Zealand, I believe.
Thank you. Yes. And I watched the whole first part of it. It's excellent. Absolutely beautiful. Beautifully done. Man, so she.
Yeah, this one.
Go ahead.
No, sorry. I was going to say the sequel. Honestly, I mean, everything is even better. It's better than anything you'd ever find on History Channel.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Except for Ancient Aliens.
Or Hunting Hitler. That was pretty good too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to look this up, because I followed her for the first whole thing that she did, but I did not see the rest of this. So I've got to look that up.
Well, I think she just started putting it out about a month ago. So
she really did. Yeah, she was putting it out every week, every Saturday. I guess she skipped last Saturday because I kept on looking for the new sequel.
I want
Than
more.
when I know. Got to get my fix.
Follow
Is
me
it
to part 5. I want part 5 now. I want to binge this.
Oh.
It's funny. It's funny because you guys, I've got to tell you, I started on this truth train like right after 9/11, way before Scott did. And it's weird because once you start finding out the truth and once you start reading this stuff, you get hungry. You're hungry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're thirsting and hungry for more. It's like
Yeah.
you cannot wait to find the next piece of these puzzles. I mean, that's how I am. Man, I am all over the internet every single morning when I wake up. Like, what the heck's going on now? What's today? You get hungry for it. And you can't.
You absolutely do.
It becomes an addiction.
Thank you. It is. You're right. So much you're right. It is.
Yeah.
It
But
is.
I mean, it's in a lot of ways it's necessary because in order to stay knowledgeable and up to date, abreast with what's going on, you have to be there watching and discerning and learning. Otherwise, we're putting our and I wrote a thread about this yesterday. You know, if we're not doing that ourselves, we're relying on somebody else to do it for us. And how is that any better than where we were with the mainstream media? You know?
Thank you very much
Yeah.
about that.
That's why when Q said, you are the news, act responsibly, we knew we were. And every time she comes to me with like, hey, we found this, I'm like, that's 4 days old.
Yeah.
Every single thing that she finds with her friends is 3 or 4 days old because we are the news.
I do that to people all the time. Have you seen this? Yeah, about 4 days ago.
Yeah.
I can't.
Last week, you know.
Yeah.
I've had to get rid of like almost all of the old YouTube like commentators, like especially Tim Pool. Tim Pool is so behind.
Yeah.
I used to love Tim Pool until the election, and now I can't stand him.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Yeah, he annoys me. Yeah.
Well, it's not a matter of being right or being fast. It's just a matter of being in with the right group of people that have the right intentions. And we just try to find things that are new and relevant, and then we try to like source them and either prove them to be true or false, and we push them out. That's all we do. It's our addiction.
That's one of oh, go ahead, Beer. I'm sorry.
No, I'm good.
I was going to say that's one of the things that I'm really adamant about is like I make sure I follow back everybody. I'm not one of those guys that, you know, I want to have all this huge following and then I won't follow anybody back. And the reason I want to follow everybody back is because I want to hear all these voices. I want to see all these opinions. I want to see all these viewpoints. I want to see what they find that I don't. Because the more people we have looking and the more broad information intake you have, the better things that you see and the better choices you make and the better decisions you can do. And it's just, and I don't understand some of these huge accounts that are like 30 and 40 and 50,000 followers and they're only following 50. It's like, what? Why would you narrow down your information intake so narrow to not see what these people are saying or what they're finding or what they're digging on? Or I mean, there's so much information out there that no one person can possibly take it all in. And the more people you're bringing into it is it gives you better information.
Dan, I'll push back a little bit. My best life was when I had 2,500 followers and I knew all of my followers. So I followed all of them. They followed all of me. I knew all of them. I knew their names. I knew all of them. And every time that they like would drop something on my, what's it called? The
feed,
the notifications, I could respond to all of them.
Yeah.
And I did. And I loved it. It's like I had a little community and we were friends and we talked to each other. And I'm going to tell you something. It sucks when you get up 50, 60,000 followers.
I can imagine.
No, it's not fun. And I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I lost my authenticity. It's terrible.
Well,
I don't even have time to look at my own damn freaking window, where they call that thing. I can't even look at my own damn notifications.
Yeah. Well, and there's a lot of truth to that. I mean, I'm shy of 30K, so I mean, I'm obviously not at your level. I'm half of what you are.
Yeah, but it sucks.
Yeah, it does, but it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. You've got out of that 60K of people that you have, you've got maybe 2% that are active in responding and talking to you and being interactive.
Sure,
So,
you're down to 3,000.
Yeah, all of a sudden that's manageable still because it's still not that big of a deal, and that's still what you're seeing. At least that's the way I see it. I mean, I might change my mind if I double in size again, and I'm going, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I try to interact directly like you do. That's one of the things I do, and it's it's going to get tougher as I get bigger because I work full time. I can't live online.
Yeah, definitely not easy to do.
No, it's not. You spend a lot of time in bed, on the phone, doing your thing. But, I think it's important that we have to maintain that, because if we start getting exclusive, then we start becoming exclusionary, and we can't do that. Regrettably, some of us larger, I guess, I hate to think of myself as that, and don't even say it. Anyway, I just hate to think that we get to a point where we can't still be who we are and genuine. And I refuse to give that up. And if we do have to give it up, then obviously we've got to make some changes. So
Jack's going to make a.
Go ahead.
Jack, I was just going to say, Jack's going to make a call to your house, Dano, and be like, "Hey, man, you can't be authentic anymore.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Here's an extra 20,000." Like that. Yeah, so I'm like, compared to you guys, I'm an ant in the Twitter field. Like I think I'm about to crest 3,000 followers.
Oh, we can fix that.
Oh, we're about right where you're at, Space Force. We're about there.
Well, the thing is that literally 2/3 of that, like, I followed my sister when she got on, because she got onto all those Trump trains and stuff. I was like, I never tried that, and so I tried that, and I just recently realized, and then I was like, this is pointless. But I just recently realized that there's a huge amount of people who get on Twitter just to gain followers.
Yep.
So like 2/3 of my followers are literally these Trump train people who literally never look at what people are tweeting. They just want to see how big of a following they can get. And so I'm now going through every day, like, just taking away all of these people on my account, because it's wasted space. Essentially, I'm all of a sudden like realizing that people are actually listening to what I say, even though it's mostly ridiculous. I don't have any good points during the day, but it's but like I have this like 4 or 5 people that like just comment on everything that I say. And it's great. It's like I have this little community and I love it. And I would rather lose 2,000 of my followers just to like be able to gain or have those 5 followers stick with me.
That's what it's all about, in my opinion. I mean, I've been on Twitter since 2007 for.
Oh, you beat me.
For business and just, I mean, I
said earlier.
Social media, and for me, it's like, if you can't carry an authentic message across the line, no matter who your audience is, why are you there?
Right.
And like I say, I mean, it's not about the numbers to me. I like the numbers because it just means I'm reaching more people, which is ideally what we want. But it's not about the numbers. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but just
but it's nice to see that grow, because where we're all standing right now, that means more people are waking up and looking and seeking knowledge, right? And community, in my opinion.
Which is again what we're all about.
Right.
You know, as Q people right now, our job is to be teachers.
Yep.
Our job is not to be anything other than teachers. And part of that is teaching people how to think for themselves, giving them the tools to do so, giving them the resources and the ideas and the thought processes, and showing them the way. You know, I'll use my Mandalorian line. This is the way. And it's what we need to be doing. That's what our responsibility is. The digging is the secondary thing for us at this point, because we're not necessarily here to dig. The stuff is known. It's out there. There's other people taking care of that. Q is going to show us. POTUS is going to show us. We're not to red pill. That's the events that are going on. We're watching the movie that's designed to red pill. So what is our job? Our job is to educate, is to help these people that are coming out of being red pilled and just going, oh my God, my world just changed. What do I do? We're to take them by the hand and lead them and show them. And that's what we're here for. And I feel that the more people that we can educate on that, the more people we have helping do that, the better we're going to be. So just my
Agreed.
Yeah. On that,
Very
though,
good
guys,
point.
I think we definitely are going to end this one. We're approaching quite a while here.
Yeah. How long have we been on this?
Yeah, you guys were on before
Yeah.
I started modding, like 8:30 or something.
Yeah, we've been on for a while.
Has this literally been going on since then?
It's been going
been
on
a
that
minute.
long. Yeah.
We'll do this again
rock.
at some point in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm on tomorrow
definitely.
at 1 Pacific. So if anybody's bored, hit me up.
There it is.
We'll
right.
play the same game tomorrow.
It's
So
so
we're gonna-
great to see and meet you guys.
Oh, you too.
Hey, Scout,
Thanks
Scout,
for being here.
what's your
Thank
Twitter,
you.
Twitter
Thanks everybody
handle?
for being here.
So my Twitter handle is Ashley Kingsley.
Okay.
It's ASHLEYKINGSLEY.
Are you related to Ben?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just making sure because I'm still looking for that way in.
Hey,
Oh.
just so you guys know, I just looked up on my computer screen, and the time was, when I looked up, was 11:11.
11:11.
Of
Oh,
course.
crap.
Of course it was.
That's so cool.
Perfect time.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
if anybody wants to have a chat with me, I'm easy to find.
Absolutely. So,
Beautiful.
Scott, you want to see us out, brother?
Oh, absolutely. And I would like to do it with a prayer, if you guys don't mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd like to pray for our president and our country and for our loved ones. So if I may, dear Lord, would you please look out for our president, his family, his loved ones, the people that look out for him. Would you please look out for our military who look out for our president and all the people who also try to protect our president and our country. And would you please look out for our law enforcement officers and all of our firefighters that run into a fire that we would never run into. Would you please look into or look out for all of the people that are the people that give the love and the hope, the doctors, the nurses, everybody that looks out for everybody else that looks out for us. And would you also please look out for all the loving Americans that just love this country, want good for this country. And for all these things, I'm asking you, Jesus, please pray for all of us. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
That's
Amen.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank
That
you.
was nice.
Thank you.
God bless you all. God bless you all.
Have a great night, everyone.
Likewise.
Absolutely.
This was fun.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
What did Tim said? He said, God bless you all and to all good night.
Amen.
Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim.
Yes.
Peace.
That's right.
Yeah, love you
Good
guys.
night, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for
All right.
being here
Likewise.
with us. Hope you guys enjoyed the
Yeah.
show. We'll do it another time.
Don't forget,
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Go all. That's right.